Muskoka Card Collector here, bringing you a new video. So today I'm doing a top 5 of the Upper Deck Extended Hockey Series, which is coming out in early July. So as we all know and love, we tend to chase those young guns. So I thought I would give you the top 5 young guns in this set. Now, the caveat to this particular set, in my opinion, is that, much unlike Series 1 and Series 2, where there are some terrific studs in here, there is some talent, but this set, with its 30 young guns, is not packed with the same amount of talent. Now, no knock on these particular players. There's 30 cards in total of young guns, and they are definitely much more talented than I ever will be in hockey. And they've put a lot of time and effort to reach to the spot that they have achieved. And a lot of them have many career milestones and achievements that we should all recognize. However, the vast majority of these young gun cards, the players have, they're already at the midpoint in their career, or they're currently already playing in the ECHL and or in Europe. And that's not to say they can't make the jump to the NHL, but it's a little bit tougher for some of these players. So I'm going to give you 3 quick honorable mentions. First one is Logan Stanley, drafted in the first round, 18th overall by the Winnipeg Jets in 2016. A beast of a player at 6'7", age 23, and about 230 pounds. So, Logan Stanley is a huge defenseman. He plays a physical game. He's spent time already in the NHL. In 2020, 2021, he played a total of 37 games played, and had 4 points. And he's going to be a tough match for many players, just physically due to his frame, and he takes advantage of it. So he's a very consistent player. From what I've read up on him, he has the potential to be just a solid defenseman. He's never going to be a standout, 60, 70, 80 point defenseman, but he definitely has an upside and the ability to play in the NHL. Next honorable mention goes to Artem. Again, much like Logan Stanley, he's already spent time in the NHL with the Ottawa Senators. He's 6'2", also a defenseman, age 25, 198 pounds. And the reason I really made him an honorable mention is his age. Most hockey players tend to hit their prime at the age of 28, 29, and he's fast approaching that. So with the Ottawa Senators last year, he played a total of 47 games, scoring 33 goals, 11 assists for a total of 14 points. A very respectable +4. Again, I think he'll be a solid 3-4 defenseman. And it's nice to pick up his card, but you're not going to get a card that's going to appreciate in value nonetheless. But if you're collecting for the sake of collecting, feel free to chase him. Next honorable mention goes to Cameron Hillis. Now, he's got second line potential. From what I can see, his upside has kind of been dropping off of late. People aren't projecting him to be as high as he was before. Again, he's got the rights, or the Montreal Canadiens have his rights. He was drafted in the 3rd round, 66th overall in 2018. He's 21 years of age, 5'11", so a little bit smallish. He's a center, and he's a player that he's hardworking. He's got a high level of maturity. Many see or enjoy his playmaking skills, and he's good to finish off a play. And he's also very good in his defensive zone. The one knock against him is his skating skills, and given how fast the NHL is right now, that's something he definitely has to work on. The other concern I have with Cameron Hillis, of course, is that he's a bit of a smallish forward, and when you look at what the Montreal Canadiens currently have with players like Cole Caulfield and some other ones there, Nick Suzuki being another one, I'm not sure that a smallish center is exactly what they are looking for. But again, in 2019, 2020 with the Guelph Storm, he played 62 games, 24 goals, 59 assists, total of 83 points. So he is a player that definitely could surprise you. So that is my 3rd and final honorable mention. So moving on to my top 5. For number 5, I picked Kevin Ball. So Kevin Ball is more of a defensive defenseman. He doesn't have a huge offensive upside, but he is very reliable and, will, hit some players and, of course, block some shots. He does have the potential to make the jump to the NHL in the very near future and has already spent some time with the New Jersey Devils. So a little bit more about Kevin Ball. He's a defenseman, of course, age 20. Again, another big bone defenseman, 6'6", 229 pounds, born in Westminster, BC. And I know that he played his GTHL career in the GTAA. So he was drafted in the second round by the Arizona Coyotes, 55th overall in 2018, and was subsequently moved over to the New Jersey Devils. So some stats about him is that, he did play on Team Canada, the U20s, where he racked up 7 games and got 1 assist, but, was used on a regular basis with the team. In his junior career with the Ottawa 67s in his last year in 2019-2020, played a total of 54 games, 6 goals, 25 assists for a total of 31 points, 83 penalty minutes, and a very nice plus-minus of plus 40. And like I mentioned, in 2020-2021 with the New Jersey Devils, he's played a total of 7 games, racking up 2 assists, and spent the majority of the season with the Binghamton Devils and the Utica Comets, where he played a total of 27 games, scoring 1 goal and 4 assists for a total of 5 players. So, again, not a rock star, but very, very, very solid type of defenseman who's not going to put up huge numbers, but, a player that I think you can count on to be a solid part of your back end. And I'm assuming that's what the New Jersey Devils are looking for. My number 4. Number 4 goes to Nolan Foote. He's a big-bodied winger. He's got good puck skills. He's powerful on the puck. And from what I can tell is when he asserts himself, he's a bull on the walls. And he's also really good around the net. So Nolan Foote, his brother is Callum Foote, who's also drafted in the NHL. And, of course, he's got the bloodlines of his father, Adam Foote. But unlike his brother and his father, he's not a defenseman. He shoots left, and, he's a left wing. He's another big player at 6'4", 201 pounds, and he was drafted in the first round, 27th overall, by the Tampa Bay Lightning, and is currently under contract to the New Jersey Devils. So a little bit more about Nolan Foote is when he played with the Kelowna Rockets in 2019. In 27 games, he racked up 15 goals, 18 assists for a total of 33 points. And in Canada for the World Juniors, in 7 games played, he put up very decent numbers in 3 goals and 2 assists. He split the 2020-2021 season between the New Jersey Devils and the Binghamton Devils. He played a total of 6 games with the New Jersey Devils, and with the Binghamton Devils, he played 24 games, scoring 7 goals, 10 assists, and a total of 17 points. So again, a player with some good upside, strong, gritty, big, and that's why he's my number 4. Number 3, Jake Rathbone. He's part of the Vancouver Canucks organization. He's 22 years old, height of 5'11", 190 pounds, part of Team USA, and he was drafted 95th overall by the Vancouver Canucks in the 2017 draft in round number 4. So from what I can tell, he's got good skating, vision. He's a great ability to move the puck up and down the ice, and he's also a defenseman that is a bit of a transitional defenseman. He's got great skating ability, so you can count him both on the offensive zone and the defensive zone. And he's got a very good, terrific shot, and he plays an up-tempo style. He's typically projected to be probably a number 2 to 4 defenseman. And, some of his upside seems to be dwindling a little bit, but that's not to say he still can't make a breakthrough as players mature. So he played for Harvard University in the NCAA. And in 2019, in 28 games played, he put up 7 goals and 24 assists, which is very, very respectable. He did have a stint with the Vancouver Canucks in the NHL in 2020-2021, and in 8 games played, he put up 1 goal and 2 assists. Spent the majority of the year with the Utica Comets, or eight games really, and put up, again, a very respectable 2 goals, 7 assists for a total of 9 points. So there's still some good upside with Rathbone. So keep your eyes peeled. He's a player that definitely might surprise you. Number 2, Alexi Heponiemi. So Alexi Heponiemi is a 22-year-old center or right wing. Will most likely play the right wing in the NHL. He's 5'10", so a little bit smallish inside, and of course comes out of Finland. He was drafted in the 7th in 2017 in the second round, 40th overall by the Florida Panthers. So, people consider him to be a high-end prospect. He's got very good hockey IQ, so he knows where he is, he knows where to be. He's very creative. He's not the fastest skater, so that's one of the knocks against him. And so he probably should improve that a little bit if he wants to continue to improve and have a better shot at the NHL. But he is extremely talented. He's creative, and he's a great playmaker with good offensive upside. Like I said, he's capable of playing both center and wing, but most likely, given his size and his speed, I could see him going towards the wing. And, his potential was, superstar to second line potential. It dropped, and it now seems to be rising again. And, players sometimes mature at different rates of speed. Sometimes it takes a wake-up call to realize that, what they did in their earlier career, they can't continue to do in the NHL. So, moving on to talk a little bit more about him. When he played with Modo in 2020, in 16 games played, he put up 6 goals, 8 assists for a total of 14 points. And with Finland in the U20s in 2018-2019, in 7 games played, he put up 3 goals, 6 assists for a very, very impressive 9 points. And with the Florida Panthers last year, played a total of 9 games and got 1 goal, 1 assist. So, probably by far the player that most people will be chasing, a player that is extremely skilled, and my number 1 is Arthur Kaliyev of the Los Angeles Kings. So Kaliyev was drafted in 2019 in the second round, 33rd overall by the Los Angeles Kings. When he was drafted, they were shocked that he slipped to the 33rd selection. So there must have been doubts in the teams as to his potential or upside or something else that I don't know about. Because a lot of scouts had him going in the top 10 or at least the top 15, and his stock kept on dropping until he was finally picked up with the 33rd selection. He's listed as a sniper, pure sniper essentially. He's a big offensive force. He lacks, what people say is that he lacks essentially the drive away from the puck, but he definitely does know what to do when he has it. People do tend to understate his hockey sense. His wrist shot is one of the best around and very high end. He's dangerous with the puck on his size, and he uses his size to protect himself. So a little bit about him. Again, he's age 20, left wing, 6'2", so very, very decent size. He was not born in the United States, but has played for the United States team. And, if there's one player out of this crop that probably has the biggest chance to make it as a first liner or a superstar, it's Kaliyev. And a little bit just about his stats before we wrap this up. But he did play for USA in the World Juniors. And in 5 games played, he scored 4 goals, 2 assists. Los Angeles Kings, he only played 1 game where he got a 1 goal. He spent the majority of his time with the Ontario Reign and in the AHL. And in 40 games played there, he put up 14 goals, 17 assists, and 31 total points. The one thing I should mention is in his second go-around of the World Juniors, he did play an additional 7 games for a very respectable 3 goals and 5 assists, total of 8 total points, and a very, very nice plus-minus of +9. So out of all the players in these 30-card lots from Upper Deck, Kaliyev probably has the most upside, probably the most well-rounded, most balanced player. It's not to say the other players don't have their own wonderful skill sets, but hopefully you guys enjoyed my top 5 Young Guns of the Upper Deck Extended Series. Please comment below. Let me know if there's any other players that you would have recommended or picked if you were in my shoes. And, make sure you pound that subscribe button. And, of course, hit that thumbs up. Muskoka Card Collector here, tuning out.